field is now preparing to line up for the start. Starter Barry Watson. The field is now starting to line up across the course. The flag is up. They're all in line. And they're off. On the inside, Atherton goes to lead. Enjoy the show moving up on the extreme outside with Cuba Libre in between those two. Cuba Libre second, Enjoy the show in third. They're all behind Atherton and Gus Dahl, who now relinquishes the lead to Cuba Libre. Cuba Libre and Shane Crimmon on top by about 3.5 widening lengths. Cuba Libre jumping the second fence, speeding away from this field. They race down the backside. Atherton follows with Hanno racing in fourth place. Enjoy the show, San Culpa and White Cape, as our leader is running and jumping on the front end. He's over the third, now approaching the fence. In second place is Atherton with Hanno right alongside. Those two races a team with Enjoy the Show. San Culpa follows with White Cape. They head now around the turn and race towards the fourth fence. Atherton has a really big lead, or Atherton actually is racing in third place. That's Cuba Libre on top. Cuba Libre on top. Hanno following in second place. Atherton in third. Cuba Libre running and jumping on the front end under Shane Crimmon. Hanno and Sean McDermott race in second place. Atherton Enjoy the Show. San Culpa is jumping the fence in front of the stand. That's Cuba Libre. Hanno follows in second place. Atherton in third. Enjoy the Show. San Culpa and White Cape completes this 6-horse field as they've got one more time to go around. Cuba Libre has made almost all of the running, has at least a dozen length advantage over Hanno, and it's at least 10 to 12, maybe 15 lengths back to Atherton with Enjoy the Show. San Culpa follows, as does White Cape. They turn towards the next fence. Now Shane Crimmon still has the lead on Cuba Libre, but Hanno is gaining ground with every stride over the seventh fence. Cuba Libre still on top by about 2 lengths. Hanno inching a bit closer on the flat between fences. Atherton on inside of Enjoy the Show. San Culpa as the leader is at and over the 8th. That's Cuba Libre. Cuba Libre on top. Hanno follows in second place. Enjoy the Show with Jeff Murphy moving closer to the leaders in third, as is Atherton, as they've only got 3 more fences to clear. Heading towards and over the third fence from home, Cuba Libre and Shane Crimmon still on top. Hanno well within striking distance. He's only about 1.5 lengths off the lead. Enjoy the Show is another 1 3/4 lengths farther back in third, and Atherton races in fourth place. 2 fences remain. Cuba Libre with the lead. Hanno stalking him from second place. At the second last, Cuba Libre on the inside with the lead. Hanno trying to make up ground. Enjoy the Show is going well from between horses as they head towards the last fence. At the last, tightly bunched on the front end, Cuba Libre on top. Hanno on the inside and racing towards the finish line. Cuba Libre and Shane Crimmon battling him is Hanno. There is a photo finish.
Absolute cracking second race there, Willie. Nearly took my breath away. 2 horses coming down neck and neck. The unofficial result, we must stress it's still unofficial. First, number 2, Hanno, ridden by Sean McDermott. And second was a horse that you picked out beforehand. Cuba Libre was unofficially second, ridden by Shane Crimmon. What was you making of that race, Willie, as you watched it?
An unusual race to watch, Kevin. Cuba Libre went and opened up fairly, a lot of lengths on the field. I thought when they got to him, you know, 3/4 of a mile from home, that he was going to get swallowed up, but tough performance from him there to stay on and finish second. And like I said beforehand, the experience of those runs there last year is what stood to him. Great trained performance there by Jack Fisher.
This race still unofficial, ladies and gentlemen. This race is still unofficial.
He had a bit of pace for him here back in the spring also, and you know, he jumped up and won here today. The third horse that finished was Enjoy the Show, and like I talked about him beforehand, he's definitely going to improve for that run. I thought he ran a very good race, but interesting race to watch now. And Sean McDermott, fair play to him. I mean, he went and chased that horse a long way from home. He just didn't give him that easy lead, and you know, if he did, he mightn't have got them, you know, seeing where Cuba Libre did finish up.
With that in mind, Willie, what people might know at home is that those horses getting into a battle and finish, they want to win just as much as the riders. They're putting their head and their neck on the line to get in front there. They like the competition just as much as we do.
I mean, correctly so, Kevin. I mean, they are competitive animals, and just like us human beings. But you also get the lazy one too, you know, that doesn't want to go on and do it. But you know, the people will add blinkers and, you know, cheap pieces or something in a situation like that to try and get the horse a little bit more enthusiastic. But no, it was a very good race, very good finish.
With Enjoy the Show in mind, could he be a horse for Far Hills maybe, or is?
Definitely so. I thought he was very impressive. That was only his second start, whereas the two horses to finish in front of him today had multiple starts over hurdles today. So he was still like a little bit of a baby coming in there against us today, and very impressed with his performance. I spoke quickly there to Jeff Murphy after the race. They're all delighted. The connections were delighted with him, and he definitely felt like he can improve, you know, a little bit for the next day. And like you said, Far Hills could be an option for him. It's a $50,000 maiden hurdle up there, and that's where all these, you know, good place maidens are going to be shooting to go and try and win that pot.
So if GBMC keep working their magic with you, any chance you'll be in the plate for that one?
Kevin, I'd love to get back here for Far Hills, the Grand National Day. You know, a huge prize money on offer. I could definitely, you know, imagine that I've got some good horses that I could potentially be riding up there, and that's kind of the aim, to try and get back for there. I'd love to have a week under my belt, try and get back from Middleburg the week before. It's hard to go into a big day, you know, just you know, off an injury like that. So if I can get one meet under my belt, I'll definitely try and get back for that Grand National meet. And like I say, some good horses to ride up there. Good money on it.
Fingers crossed, Willie, we make it back. Of course, we'd like to thank and welcome everybody at home into the Swan Downs races here today, the Legacy Chase, the 17th running of the Legacy Chase, but this is, of course, the very first live stream of the Legacy Chase. An experimental job done here, pulled together by Jack Hardman, Charlie Fenwick, myself and Willie brought in here at the last minute to try and provide some beauty behind the camera. We appreciate your patience at home, and we hope you're enjoying the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by winning rider here, Sean McDermott. Sean, that was, I mean, all to steal right. You went after the winner a long way from home. You were, I mean, if you hadn't gone after him, would you have got them?
I don't think so. My horse stood at the tape. He wasn't too keen to jump off once we got going. He was cold under me for a furlong or two, but the horse in front got an easy lead. And like we were going the same pace, but we were 20 lengths behind him because he made up the ground over the first 2 or 3 furlongs. So my guy isn't that quick, so I thought if I could get up to him and get a lead off him, I'd get there, but I couldn't get there too soon either because I didn't want to get there that late, but I couldn't get there too soon.
Sean, it was an exciting finish. Your horse jumped very well throughout the race, I thought. But do you think it helped you in the straight that you had some other horses around him, that it was kind of a close finish, it was more challenging for him?
That's it, like I could go out there and ride that 9 times again and I get beaten 9 times on him. He needs to be delivered really late. His jumping is his best asset, and it worked out nice. You know, I was trying to keep the eventual third horse in a box there, but Mile had rolled off the bend and didn't want to go forward, but like the 2 hurdles in the straight really helped him, something to aim at, you know.
And just quickly, Sean, you're chasing a championship this year. Hopefully you might get it done. That puts you 1 off the leader, I believe. Is that correct? What are your thoughts on that for the rest of the season?
I don't really think about that much. I'm more just once we keep winning the money, I'm happy. The winners will come then, you know. So.
Well done there, Sean. Great ride, and we'll go back to an advert.